Today in NBA 2K24, I am playing Kevin Garnett in the modern NBA. As you can see, we're here in NBA 2K24 with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I put Kevin Garnett in the modern NBA. Now, of course, the Minnesota Timberwolves are already an amazing team in today's NBA, but I thought, why not make them better? See how things play out with Kevin Garnett on the Minnesota Timberwolves in today's NBA. So if you're all ready, I'm ready. Let's get into today's video and let's get started. Be sure to like this video if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. Let me get straight to rotation before we kick into things. And here's the rotation we're rocking with here in year number 1. Mike Conley at the 1, Anthony Edwards at the 2. Of course, he's going to do very good in the simulation. Jay McDaniels at the 3. We're going to start Kevin Garnett at the 4 and Gobert at the 5. We're going to have Karl Anthony Towns come off the bench in this. I know I could have went a couple different rotations with this, but I think it's going to be best for the Timberwolves. We had Towns coming off the bench. But regardless, we also have the GOAT Naz Reid coming off the bench, along with Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Rob Dillingham from this year's NBA draft. So let's see how things play out for the Minnesota Timberwolves with Kevin Garnett in the modern NBA. I'm going to be doing 3 years of the simulation. The goal is to hopefully win an NBA championship by the end of today's video. Let's see if we can get the job done. Hopefully Kevin Garnett does very good as well. I'll see you guys at the end of the year number 1, and let's hope for a great result. At the end of the season, Luka Doncic is your MVP, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists game for him. We got Zachary here on the Hawks Rookie of the Year. Cade Cunningham, 6th man for some reason. I don't know why he's coming off the bench. Regardless, though, he did a pretty good year. Giannis, Defense Player of the Year, and Jalen Johnson is your most improved player at the end of the season. We also ended up with both Anthony Edwards and Kevin Garnett on the All-NBA third team, so that is, of course, what you like to see right there. Checking out the player stats at the end of the season, Anthony Edwards led the way in scoring for us, averaging 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Obviously, a very good season for him. Kevin Garnett was next, averaging 23 points and 13 rebounds. Also had 5 assists and 2 blocks a game, so that's what you like to see right there. Towns was next, averaging 17 points off the bench. Naz Reid had 13. Mike Conley had 12 points and 8 dimes. McDaniels had 12, and Gobert had 9 points and 9 boards a game while starting. Obviously not the best for him, but you know, it is what it is. And at the end of the season, we were the 2nd seed out there in the Western Conference, going 56 and 26 on the season. So that is what you'd like to see. I mean, obviously the Thunder are obviously really stacked, but going 2nd seed is pretty good if you ask me. We're going to be taking on the Phoenix Suns in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Booker, Beal, Grayson Allen, Durant. They got Vucevic now on the squad too. That's pretty interesting. But looks like they traded Nurkic and they got Plumlee back. Regardless, let's see how things play out between the Timberwolves and the Phoenix Suns. And we do end up winning here in game number 1. Edwards just dropped 42, 8 and 5, and Kevin Garnett had 41 and 14. That is a huge game. We just won 152 to 94. That's actually crazy. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. We've also won here in game 2, 137 to 120. Edwards had 35, 6 and 9. Garnett only 16 points in this one, but he has a double-double with 13 boards. We also win in game 3. Booker 23 for them. Edwards is going crazy, 38, 8 and 6. Can we win here in game number 4? Yes, we do. We're going to the next round. We're taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies in this have John Morant, Desmond Bane, Gigi Jackson, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Zach Edey, plus Marcus Smart and Vince Williams coming off the bench. Shout out Luke Kennard as well. Game number 1, we get the job done, 127 to 111. 29, 14, 7, 3, and 2 for Kevin Garnett. That's a crazy game right there in game 1 against them. We've also won in game 2, 32 with 13, 24 and 12 for Towns, and 23 for Naz Reid. So they're really killing it. 144 to 102. We're just blowing right by these teams. We've also won in game 3, 137 to 118. Ja had 25 in this one, but it wasn't enough because Edwards just dropped 31. Can we win here in game number 4? No, we do not. That's actually the first loss here in the NBA playoffs. 122 to 119 as Ja drops 36 for the Memphis Grizzlies. Big gains from Edwards and Garnett, but we end up losing. But you know, it's okay. We're 3-1 in the series, and we're going to be going to the Western Conference Finals, taking on the very tough team, that being the OKC Thunder. The Thunder do end up losing, though, because we end up winning in game number 1, despite 21 from Shea, because Edwards dropped 34, KG 33 in this one, 145 to 122. That's what you like to see. But a comeback, and it's now 1-1 series because J-Dub drops 20 for him, and Edwards drops 30 for us. Also huge gains from Kevin Garnett, 27, 10, and 6. That's crazy. And 24 from Naz Reid in only 24 minutes. But, you know, it's a 1-1 series. And in game number 3, we also win 33 from Edwards. That's what you like to see. Yeah, so we're up 2-1 here over the Thunder. Is now a 2-2 series as the Knicks actually just swept the Celtics out there in the Eastern Conference. Edwards just 47 and 5 in this one. KG 29, 15 and 6, but we end up losing by 1. That's such a brutal. That huge comeback in the fourth quarter though. 39 to 27. Unfortunately, we've fall short in that one. But we do win here in game number 5, 31-10 for Shea. The average drops 32. KG 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Can we go to the NBA Finals? No, we do not. We're going to be going to Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals, and I'm going to actually get some game action here because you don't know what else is going to happen in the video. So I'll see you guys in game number 7. Jumping into this ball game now is a 105-103 score. Make that 106-103 score with the free throw by the OKC Thunder. We are in Game 7, of course, of the Western Conference Finals. Whoever wins this game will be going to the NBA Finals and taking on the New York Knicks. Inside, Anthony Edwards with the layup, and that is off. KG with the rebound, but unfortunately he can't get to go. 106-103 score. Still Shea with the ball for the OKC Thunder. Inside over Mike Conley is going to get the layup to go, and no, he actually dunks it right over him. 108-103. That's now 23 points. It's a nice ball game for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The Minnesota Timberwolves are currently down 5 in this one. KG is going to come over and set that screen for Mike Conley. Conley inside with the mid-range jumper, and he misses. He was wide open. That could be a very crucial miss for the Minnesota Timberwolves right there. Shea once again with the ball. This time he has Anthony Edwards on him at the moment. Absolutely a much better decision. And Shea's going to get right through the defense. They literally just cut right through him, in all honesty. 110-103, and this is not looking good for the OKC Thunder at all. Let's see what happens between these two squads. Conley has the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We have McDaniels open for 3, and he's going to nail that 3-pointer. That's a very huge 3 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now a 110-106 ball game. Shea, he's got the ball for the OKC Thunder. What's he going to do? Probably just get inside again like every single other possession over Rudy Gobert, and he's going to miss. Great defense by Rudy Gobert right there. McDaniels will be bringing it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and got to give it over to Anthony Edwards, or at least Kevin Garnett the ball. Edwards is going to attempt a fading 3-pointer, and that is off. We got Hartenstein with the rebound for the OKC Thunder. Edwards was open. I don't know if the fading 3-pointer was worth it, but obviously that is now a slam for Chet on the other end. This is by Aaron Wiggins by the OKC Thunder. Back to a 6-point ball game. Inside quickly on the other end to Jaden McDaniels, and he's going to get the lay of the fall. It's now back to a 4-point ball game. We have 1 minute left to go between these two squads. Obviously, the Timberwolves are looking for a huge stop on the defensive end. Let's see if they can get a stop. We'll see what happens. Shea, he's got the ball, currently guarded by Mike Conley once again. He's putting the moves on Conley. Conley cannot guard him at all. 114-108 ball game. 52 seconds left to go between these two squads. Things are not looking good for Minnesota. They need desperately a quick 3-pointer here. Let's see what's going to happen. McDaniels has the ball for Timberwolves at the moment. Can get anything to go? I mean, they're kind of just wasting the clock here, in all honesty. KG's going to set up the screen, and he's going to get that slam, so it's now a 4-point ball game once again. There's 2 big points for Minnesota at the moment, but they're going to have to start playing the foul game. Let's see what they do. Dort has the ball. No foul right now at the moment. They're probably going to go for the steal first, and finally they do foul. Mike Conley can miss the foul, his 5th in the ball game. Hopefully Dort misses at least one of them, and he's going to miss the first one though, so that's actually a very huge. You do not want Shea obviously going to the free throw line. That would suck. And Dort is going to hit the second one. Back to a 5-point ball game between these two squads. Of course, still a 3-pointer is desperately needed by the Minnesota Timberwolves at the moment, but they're going to call a timeout. 30 seconds left to go between these two squads. 5-point game once again. Can Minnesota come back and go to the NBA Finals? We'll see what happens here. Anthony Edwards, he has the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves, trying to get inside, and he's going to get fouled by Hartenstein, so 2 free throws for Anthony Edwards. He has to hit both of them, obviously. Can he hit the first one? And yes, he does. Back to a 4-point ball game. Can he hit the second free throw? 2 clutch free throws for him, and he's going to get the job done. 3-point ball game. Try and make sure that Shea does not get the ball here. Fortunately, though, Shea is going to get the inbound, so that is not good for the Timberwolves at all, because Shea's going to be shooting these 2 free throws. Can he hit the first one? And yes, he does. Back to a 4-point ball game. Can he hit the second free throw as well? And yes, he does. 5-point differential. Once again, they needed to get Dort to be the one shooting the free throws, but obviously with Shea doing it, not so good. Again, a huge quick 3 is going to be needed here, as Edwards going to be able to get the job done, and he just sort of inside. We get McDaniels wide open for 3, and he misses, and that's going to be it. There's going to be another foul right there, but that's going to be the conclusion of the Timberwolves season. There's no way they're coming back down 9 seconds unless they somehow miss both free throws, but no. 118-112 definitely sucks right there for the Timberwolves. They worked really well this season. Of course, the goal for this video is to have them win NBA championship by the end of year number 3. I'm liking the progress though. Of course, they made it pretty far here in year number 1, as Kevin Garnett is going to miss that free disappointing right there. But the thing is, though, they couldn't get past the OKC Thunder, who are obviously going to be a very tough matchup to say the least. I'll see you guys hopefully at the end of next season with a much better result. End of year number 2, Luka wins yet another MVP, 28, 11, and 11 for him this season. Cooper Flagg, Rookie of the Year with the Utah Jazz. Got Towns, 6th Man of the Year, makes sense. 5th Defensive Player of the Year, and Devin Carter is your most improved player. Let's see if we end up with any Timberwolves on an All-NBA team. And we do end up with Kevin Garnett on the All-NBA third team, so that is, of course, what you like to see right there. Edwards makes the All-Defensive first team, and Kevin Garnett makes the All-Defensive second team. We were the first seed this season, so that is, of course, what you like to see. Checking out the player stats here at the end of the year. Edwards 26, 7, and 5 for him. Kevin Garnett had 22 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and just shy of 2 blocks a game. Towns had 17 and 7, Reed 16 and 6, Conley had 13 and almost 10 assists a game. Okay, Mike Conley, I see you. McDaniels had 11, and Gobert only averaged 8 and 9. That's crazy. And at the end of the season, like I said before, we were the first seed out there in the Western Conference, going 63 and 19 on the year. So that is, of course, what you'd like to see. We had a 3-game lead over the OKC Thunder, but the Timberwolves and the Thunder by far were much better than all the other teams out there in the Western Conference. So let's see what happens here in the NBA playoffs. We're going to be taking on the Houston Rockets in the first round. They got Man Thompson, Jalen Green, Whitmore, Jabari Smith Jr., Sengun. I honestly think that they're a pretty solid team, but I wouldn't be really too worried about them. As soon as I say that, we lose the first game 128 to 124. KG with 28 and 12. But I don't think we should be too worried. I hope not. I'm just going to sort of just simulate right through the round there. And we almost lost. Wow, I was about to say something. I was about to pause it. We go to game 7. But we do end up coming back. We win the series 4-3. So that's very good. But oh my God, if we lost in the first round, that would have been brutal. Taking on the Pelicans in the next round. DeJounte Murray, CJ Ingram, Zion. I mean, of course, the Pelicans are a solid squad. They also got Lonzo coming off the bench. What's he doing in the simulation? Not really doing anything. But it's pretty interesting. Actually, I hope he plays in real life, but you don't know what's going to happen there. Regardless of that, we're going to be taking on the Pelicans in the second round of the NBA playoffs. 124 to 108 is our first game. 40, 12, and 6 for Edwards, and 16, 12, and 10, and 5 blocks for Kevin Garnett. A triple-double for him in game 1. We also win here in game 2. KG 26, 11, 6, and 3. He's just absolutely filling up the stat sheet in this, so obviously this is going very well for him. 20 for Ingram in this one. We lost by a big margin right there, but obviously, you know, it is what it is. We come back, we win game number 4. Murphy with 25 for them. Edwards 30 and 8 for us. Also another triple-double for Kevin Garnett, so he's really killing it in that department. And again, we're going to be taking on the OKC Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. Also, the Hornets doing really well out there. Who is on this Hornets squad? LaMelo, Miller, Middleton, Bridges, Mark Williams, Josh Green. This team is not first seed material. I'm sorry. They're okay, but that's not first seed material. Regardless of that, we're taking on the OKC Thunder. Obviously, a very tough matchup. We do take game 1, 141 to 135. Naz Reid actually led the winning scoring for us, and another triple-double for Kevin Garnett right there. J-Dub 29 for the OKC Thunder. We lose in game number 2. Edwards 34. KG had 21, Towns 20, but Shea's always dropping 31 every single game. It's actually crazy. We end up losing again in game number 3. Things are not looking good. 29-10 for Chet, 27 for Shea, 25 for Edwards, and 22 and 13 for KG. And we come back in game number 4. Things are looking good now. 2-2 series. Anything's possible, but we do lose here in game number 5, 120 to 108. Shea's doing really well this series. Hopefully win here in game number 6, and yes, we do. We're going to game 7 once again. We're just going to go to Simcast here. Let's hope for the best. Let's see what happens. I hope we can get the job done. We are home in game number 7. It's very close. We'll hop in, but we'll see what happens. But the OKC Thunder seem to be pulling away. We're coming a little bit closer back into this ball game. 115 to 112. Yeah, we're definitely hopping in. Let's see what happens here. Unfortunately, the footage got corrupted, but regardless, Kevin Garnett won your Western Conference Finals MVP, 21 points and 11 rebounds and 8 assists for him. We're going to the NBA Final, 126 to 118 victory over the OKC Thunder. I don't know what happened to the footage. I'm sorry about that, guys, but we won the game, as you can see right there. So we're going to the NBA Finals, taking on the Boston Celtics. Of course, KG played for the Celtics as well. Holiday, Derek White, Brown, Tatum, Porzingis, Hauser. I mean, this team just beyond stacked. They got Luke Kennard coming off the bench too. Game number 1, we do end up winning. Edwards 37-5 in this one, 24-10, 8 for KG. And in game number 2, we come right back and we win yet again, 27 for Edwards, 26 for Kevin Garnett, 25 for Nasrid, even 23-7-11 for Mike Conley. That's crazy. Game number 3, we have also won. Things are looking really good for us. 122-114 victory, 32 for both Edwards and KG. Can we win here in game number 4? And yes, we do. The Timberwolves have won the NBA championship, 27-14-6. Also 3 blocks a game for Kevin Garnett right there. So we win here in year number 2. That's what you like to see. I said we're going to be doing 3 years of the simulation, so we're going to be doing 3 years. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3. Number 3, Edwards is win MVP, 32-7-6 for him. Great season right there. Cam Boozer, Rookie of the Year. We got Josh Giddey, 6-man with the Mavs. Victor, Defensive Player of the Year. And Trace Walker is your most improved player. Anthony Edwards, of course, on the All-NBA first team, 99 overall. We also ended up with Kevin Garnett on the All-NBA second team as well. That's what you like to see. Only the second seed this season. Let's share the player stats here first. Not the rookie report. Let's share the player stats. This season, Edwards, like I said before, 32-7-6. KG, 22-12-5. I have to say this challenge was definitely a success. Towns had 16, Reed had 16, Dillingham 13, McDaniels had 12. Also, Conley again 10 points and 9 dimes. Second seed once again this season, 61-21, 1 game back behind the OKC Thunder. So yeah, it's really been just us or the Thunder this entire video. And honestly, I'm kind of just going to simulate right to that round because we should beat the Lakers. I'm not really worried about the Lakers at all. And we do end up losing to them twice, but you know, it is what it is. Taking on the Mavs in the next round, and we're going to get past the Mavs. Like I said before, OKC and Minnesota. Let's see what happens here. Game 1, the Thunder do win, and in Game 2, they also win. Things are not looking good for us. 3-0 here. Not good at all. We do win here in game number 4. Edwards absolutely carried us. Those Towns and Garnett with huge games, but we're down 3-1 in the series. Down 3-2 here. Could we make a comeback? No, we did not. Timberwolves have been eliminated. Shea and Tatum are your Eastern and Western Conference Finals MVP, and it's going to be the Celtics winning the NBA championship, unfortunately. But we did end up winning in year number 2, so that's what you like to see. So this challenge was definitely a success. So if you enjoyed today's video, please sure to like, subscribe for future content. If you want me to do any of our players, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. But if not, hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time.